Hi and welcome, this is David Guest. Today we're going to be talking about budgeting. One of my favourite topics, very exciting for most people, but for some people it is dry. To help me today, I've got an actual financial expert here, Tannenbaum, who's been coaching for the last 10 years, but for the 15 years prior to that, he was actually working in quite a large organisation, $300+ million turnover, as the CEO. So he understands the importance of budgeting and how it affects a business. So welcome, Lex.
Thank you, David. Nice to be here.
So let's start by, the whole philosophy. Why have a budget?
Well, David, I suppose to put it quite simply, the budget is the numbers part of your business plan. And without numbers, a business plan is really not a plan at all. It's just fluff. It's just a dream, nothing more than that. Yep. So the budget is sort of integral to your business plan.
So if it's so integral, why do most people not have one?
Well, I guess people don't prepare a budget because they put it in a too hard basket. It's too hard to sit down and work out what they think is going to happen on a global basis over their business, all the way from the turnover down to the most minute expenses. So they just don't do it because it's too hard.
And so really, how can we help them?
Well, David, we've put together a little spreadsheet that will help them to create a simple budget simply by putting in their last year's figures. And that's all they have to do. Really, all they have to do is put in the last year's figures, work out what they want to do, and that's what they have to do to have a budget for the year and for each month. So really make it really simple.
Okay, so really simple, because I think one of the things I found is most people don't have a budget, and without the budget, then all of a sudden the financial reporting becomes meaningless.
That's absolutely true. Without a standard against which to judge your financials, they really are meaningless. So this budget gives you that standard.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do is hand over to you to actually go through a step-by-step of how to fill in the spreadsheet so that we can make it as easy as possible for anyone who's watching this video to actually create a budget for the next year.
Sure. Okay, David, here's a very simple spreadsheet to help you to prepare a budget. The blue columns are the columns that you can put your own numbers in. The yellow columns are not accessible to you, and they are columns that the spreadsheet will work out on their own.
Okay.
All you have to do to fill this budget, to complete this budget, is to complete in this column here where it says last year, your last year's completed financials as they were. Now I've put in here a list of expenses. Those expenses can be changed to suit your business. Yeah. And you simply put in the figures as they were. You can put in your gross profit as it is. If you have stock, opening stock and purchases, you can put that in. Otherwise, you can just put in the gross profit, and you will get there your net profit. And those are your accounts as they were last year. Okay. What the spreadsheet will then do, it will work out last year plus 10%, last year plus 15%, and last year plus 20%. Yep. What you then do is have a look and see what do I think I can achieve in the coming year. It will be one of these, or it will be something a little bit different. Right. Simply fill those figures in this column here, which says final budget. Right. That's all you have to do to complete the final budget for the year. Okay, so really simply, I get a full year's P&L, get it from the accountant or print it off my accounting system, fill in the first column, the first blue column there. Yep. And then it'll extrapolate 5, 10, 15%. Yes. And then in the last blue column, I'll just type in manually what I actually want to achieve for the year based on some of those projections or based on what I know as well. That's correct. And then out of the end, it'll give me a percentage. It gives you a percentage to turnover of all your expenses, of your gross profit and your net profit. Okay. That's very simple. All right. And then to get the budget by month, you just click on that tab over there. And what you've completed as your final budget there will automatically have been put in there as your full year budget. Automatically it will go in there. You won't have to do anything there. Right. The only thing that you have to complete here in the blue rows there is what do you think your turnover is going to be month by month? Because generally speaking, your turnover doesn't go equally over the 12 months. Okay. There's season, high season and low season. Yep. So all you have to do is put in that column your total income, what you think your total income will be. For July, August, September, October, all the way through to next June. And put that in as you think it will be. And the spreadsheet will work everything out according to the percentages from the previous spreadsheet. Great. Okay, so it's really just about trending. So if we're quiet in January, then we put a little bit less. We put a little bit more in March because that's a busy month. And then that should actually total up to a total in the right-hand side, right next to our full year's budget. And what it'll do there, as you'll see there, you put in your total, it will compare it to the full year total, and if there's any discrepancy there, it will tell you there's a discrepancy, and you can just make sure that You tie it up to the full year budget.
Excellent.
That's all.
Okay.
Simple as that.
So then the other two blue rows that you've got in there?
Okay, that's just in case you have a trading business and you have stock and purchases. You're going to put your stock and purchases in there as they are going to occur.
So,
but if you don't have a trading company, the gross profit will simply, it will be worked out on a percentage.
So when you say trading, you mean we have stock?
You have stock, you buy stock, you have stock, and you take stock at the end of every month,
yep.
and you work out your gross profit in that way.
So it's really pretty simple.
It's a very simple spreadsheet. It's built to be simple, to give you a very easy way of having a plan for the year.
So by filling in this information now, a business owner has very little excuse for not having a budget for the year.
Absolutely. You'll have a budget and you will be able to compare his financials every month to this budget.
So by now you've been through the tutorial, you understand how to use the spreadsheet. The next thing you need to be doing is downloading the spreadsheet, getting your financials, putting the numbers in, and seeing if you can actually come up with a budget for the next 12 months. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Lex?
No, it's as simple as that. And if you have any problems, please give me a call and I'll talk you through it. So good luck, and here's to your new budget for the coming year.
And of course, if you have any challenges, make sure you contact us. That's what we're here for, to help you. Make sure you have a super successful year.